Another very nifty add-on is of course Titan bars. It's the one I have up here and down here, and it's packed with information that's really good to be able to see just in a quick glance. For example, the durability of my gear and the expected repair costs, which is, if I'm exalted, at the moment 42 gold and 22 silver. I can also see my real ID friends and the guildies that's online at the moment. My bag space, how much gold I have, an experience bar thingy that's really not needed at level 85, but it's good to have while you're leveling. Down here we can see the loot settings and much more. When you're going to configure bartender, what you do to make this really easy for yourself is just right click one of the bars and choose configuration. Here you can do most anything with this add-on. You have top bars here, which is of course the one up here, and you can show that one and of course center the text as I've done if you like that. Otherwise it will put to the sides. You can also choose our auto hide, which pops the bar like this when you move the mouse over it. I don't like that because I want to be able to see it all the time. The bottom bar you also need to activate and center text if you like that. And here you can fiddle a bit with your plugins for the bar. Like gather mate, we can choose plugin and show the plugin here, or can do some placement fixes with it. You can also save a profile and stuff like that. You can choose a skin for your bartender, which I've done. I have this blackened skin called X-Pearl. The Titan default looks like this, and I think that's kinda dull and kinda ugly actually. That's why I use X-Pearl, and it fits better with my total UI. You can also, to add plugins, the easiest way is just to right click and you have them all here, and they are sorted. You have, say, HealBot here, which we can add like that, and we'll get an icon for it up there. I have one on the minimap, so I'm gonna stick to that one. We have Skinner here. We are actually going to talk a bit about Skinner because I think it's a nice little add-on that makes the whole WoW experience a bit more neat. If we take a look at my panels, let's do it like that. You can see that they are skinned, not to look like they usually do, but it's this blackened paint on it, which I think is really nice. Of course you can choose a bit more in skin than just this, but I've chosen this, and I really can recommend you to download it if you want to make something else of your WoW experience. The next add-on I'm going to talk about is Inspect Equip, and this is actually really good. It gives you a nice recap of your current gear, and also tells you what gear is reforged, the R within the brackets here, and if you have forgot to enchant something, it will put a red little asterisk, a red little star behind it, just to give you the notice of that it's not fully enchanted. And it will give you your equipped item level, not as opposed to Blizzard's item level up here, which is including the bags and stuff like that. So it gives you it here, and it also states it here for you. It's a nice little add-on. I can also recommend you to download Fizzle. That's F-I-Z-Z-E-L, as a nice way of getting a nice overview of things. Fizzle is the one that have given me these nice color markings on my gear, and also tells me the durability of my gear at the moment. And we can see I'm a bit damaged since the last raid, and I haven't repaired, so I really should go get repaired before my next raid. And that's that. And now to the unit frames, which are called shadow unit frames. And to get to the configuration panel, just type /SUF for shadow unit frames. So SUF, and there it goes. I have deleted most, or actually chosen not to show most of the panels, but this unit frame setting can do very much, including raid frames, party frames, and stuff like that. What you should start with is to unlock the frames, so all your different frames are come into view, and then you go to enable units. I have chosen player, pet, target, target of a target, focus and focus target, and of course boss, because as a tank these are the ones that are important for me. And besides, for party frame and raid frame I use HealBot, as we talked about before, so I don't really need to see them. I have them down here already. What you do then is you go to unit configuration, click the little plus sign over here, and here you have the global settings, the special settings for the player frame, which is here. I placed that one here. The target frame is over here, and the target of targets is in the middle. The pet frame is down here, and the focus is up here. You can change loads of things in here. Example, you can put portrait on, like that, which I have. I'm a bit egocentric, you see, so I need to look at myself at times. You can also fiddle with the bars. There's loads of options for your bars here, and how they will function. Buffs you find under auras, and since I have Satrina's buff frames, I will talk about them in a bit. I don't really need shadow unit frames to show me my buffs, but I do want it to show me my debuffs, due to in certain raids it's good to get a quick notice of that you have a certain debuff, or how many stacks you have of a certain debuff, to be able to switch tanks or get out or cast a certain spell or whatnot. So it pops up down here, and I think that's kinda nifty, for me at least. When that's done, there's not much more to do, but you can do a whole lot with shadow unit frames, but I'm not going to talk about that now, but feel free to tinker around. I'm just going to lock the frames again. And someone logged into Ventrilo. And we're going to close this.